Aloha and welcome to Hawaii Care Choices 2021 Season of Hope. This event is a beautiful opportunity to honor our loved ones who have passed and to give hope for those of you that are living with loss. Hope, a feeling of expectation and desire for a certain thing to happen. Hope helps us manage stress and anxiety and cope with adversity. Hope contributes to our well-being and happiness and motivates positive action. The past 2 years have been perfect examples of how powerful hope can be. Our community never lost hope as we fought together through this global pandemic. I want to especially thank our healthcare heroes and community partners for going above and beyond. Together we brought innovations and solutions in response to the rapidly changing situations. We are excited to see how hope will continue to build within each of us, our organizations, and our community. The stars you have contributed for this ceremony are engraved with valuable memories. On these stars are the reflections of the tears and smiles witnessed amongst our patients, families, staff, and the community. These stars shine with the eternal love and compassion we hold. The burning of the stars is a reminder of the everlasting flame within our hearts. Thank you for celebrating this year's Season of Hope with us. And thank you for your continuous support of Hawaii Care Choices. We wish you a season filled with love, renewal, and most of all, hope.
Aloha and welcome. My name is Tish Lopez, and I am so thankful you are joining us. This evening, I have the honor of presenting our second annual Season of Hope program. This program reflects the triumph, inspiration, and resilience of our community at large. Again, this year, we have our shining star that serves as a beacon of hope for the community atop our Pohai Malama Care Center that will shine throughout the holiday season. We also planted white flags to honor and acknowledge more than 100 beloved individuals from across Hawaii County who we have lost from the coronavirus in the last 20 months. This year's program includes song, dance, story, and reflection. One of my favorites is the mother and daughter who share their emotional story and how hope and unconditional love created an unexpected outcome for both. I'd like to send a huge mahalo to Pat Aiona and his team at Aiona Car Sales for being our presenting sponsors and allowing the community to stop by and pick up their blank stars to inscribe and decorate with their hopes, dreams, and wishes for 2022. Our program will conclude with a very special Burning of the Stars ceremony, sending all of our precious wishes and prayers directly to the heavens. You won't want to miss that for sure. May this season of hope bring you joy and a sense of comfort as we reflect on the blessings we are truly grateful for. Please enjoy our season of hope. Aloha.
Nanita halamit alewa, halelewa noya natanoy. O taunoya ano ine, eli ane huyota hitima. Hitima no oto. Hiti puno me te aloha Fragrant is the hala and the lehua. We dwell here in a house fashioned of their living branches, the walls thatched with the swirling mist of the mountains. We dwell here waiting, yearning for your arrival, for you do not come alone. You come with a traveling companion known as love. O thou great ocean, O thou deep sea, send thy winds to blow, guiding us on our way, reminding us that it is as we travel in gentleness, so we arrive in strength. E kamuana nui ka e honu, e lana mali e ko mo ale. E kamakani nui I kaika, e pā kolonahe, mali e oe, e nihi e ka hele mai ho'opa'a.
Aloha, Hawaii Care Choices, and Lani. I just wanted to say, as your Lieutenant Governor, thank you. This is a time for us to reflect. This is a season of hope, which you are obviously channeling. You do great work. You do incredible work. And I can tell you as a physician how proud I am of you just kind of persevering for the toughest of years. It was hard for us to be with our patients. It was difficult to deliver healthcare, but you were able to do it in spite of COVID. We had to come together. We had to all kind of roll up our sleeves and deal with healthcare in a different way. And it's always been difficult in the setting of palliative care and hospice care because families need us, they need to come together, and with COVID, that was more difficult. But I'll tell you, because Hawaii came together and fought off COVID and got vaccinated and made it the second lowest state for COVID rates and fatalities from COVID, we're able to see what it means to come together in a healthcare setting and really as a whole state. So as we navigate forward towards normalcy, I think it will be an easier year, and I have hope. I have hope because you persevered, we all kind of held together in the tough year. So as we go into 2022, I expect it to be a more joyful time where we'll be able to do our jobs more easily and care for more people. So anyway, have an extraordinary Thanksgiving and Christmas time, reconnect with friends. Know that my heart is with you for all of your good work. Aloha.
Aloha, I'm Kristen Ishii. I'm a RN case manager for Hawaii Care Choices. I'm thankful for my family and my friends. It's truly a blessing to have people in your life who love and care about you and who you love and care about. I'm also very, very grateful to live here on this beautiful island and big island of Hawaii and work in hospice. My hope for this holiday season is for everyone to enjoy your life and truly live in the present moment. Cherish the time you spend with your family and friends because life is truly precious and it's really meant to be filled with love. Aloha.
So Randy plays guitar and he played professionally some gigs at hotels and such. And we got together, we love to sing. I'm by no means a professional, but we sing together for joy. And so when we had children, we sang during the whole time of the pregnancy. And when they were born, in fact, my first daughter, as soon as she came out, Randy sang a lullaby to her, and we've been singing since. So since the time they could talk, they could sing. In fact, Chloe was 2 years old and she would rock to the music already and she would sing at 2 years old. And we were surprised how she could carry a tune and be on key. And pretty early on, she started recognizing and hearing harmony and singing the harmony. So she became the harmonizer in the family. We have another daughter that sings with us too. But so we sing for joy. We sing because we have to, and it does uplift our spirits. And like Chloe said, when you're focusing on the music, it just is just uplifting, and so we do that together.
Aside from, COVID and everything like that, I feel like 2021, for most people, they're still going through COVID, but for me, it was like, it's been a pretty good year so far because 2019 was the worst year of my life where I had, gone really deep into like an eating disorder. And then to the point where things started getting really bad and I didn't know sometimes I would like go to sleep at night and I'd be like, that's it, I'm gonna die. I'm not gonna wake up tomorrow because, I was just that malnourished. And throughout the past, 4 months or something like that, especially with my parents' help, I've been getting a lot better. And music has been like something to detract from all of that. Because, getting help, getting recovery, it was such a stressful process for like all of us. And it was really hard on me. So to detract from the way that I was feeling internally, the physical uncomfortable feelings that I would feel, the guilt that I would feel surrounding, something as simple as eating something that you have to do every single day of your life, it was really helping me to listen to music and to sing and to get away from how I was feeling inside to, turn it into something beautiful that comes outside.
We also have a spiritual connection, which means a lot to our family. And that strength pulled us through. I'm a nurse, I'm a registered nurse, and one of the blessings out of COVID has been the ability to be at home working. Through the process of Chloe's eating disorder, and Shirley also faced a very, very difficult health challenge. But being able to work at home was an incredible blessing. I work at home anyway, but it just so happened that, when COVID came along, it just made that much more difference for me to be there for my family, through it all. And so our faith in God and the love that we have for each other made all the difference in the world. And that's what gives us hope.
Yeah. I'm so happy to hear and see Chloe singing again, because in 2019, her eating disorder silenced her voice, even though she had the music in her. And finally, it brought her through, along with our faith. So it's special.
Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright, round yon virgin mother and child, holy infant, so tender and mild, sleep in heavenly peace, sleep in heavenly peace. Polai'e, pokamaha'o, maluhia, malamalama, kamakuahine, alohae, nekekeiki, hemolele, moi me kamaluhialani, moi me kamaluhialani. Sleep in heavenly peace.
Aloha, my name is Keith Greer with Hawaii Care Choices, formerly Hospice of Hilo. I'd like to welcome you to Pohai Malama, a Harry and Jeanette Weinberg Center. This is our inpatient care facility where we're able to take patients in to help them at the very end of life with whatever they need. This facility was built with love and kindness, and it was designed to feel like the most beautiful home that you've ever been in, because nobody wants to spend their final moments in a hospital. So let's take a look inside. Follow me. Welcome to our family room. This is probably one of the most used rooms in our entire facility. It's such a comfortable space and a lot less formal than our living room. We have a great kitchenette that you can help yourselves to with your coffee and with whatever you need, including a refrigerator for any food that you're bringing in. We have a great table, wonderful, comfortable couches, and then a television, because there's nothing more comfortable than gathering your family around the television for a family dinner night. And so it's just a wonderful space to be able to utilize. You might even notice the artwork that we have in the facility, and you've seen along the way. All of it has been donated by the generosity of our community, and it features some of the best Big Island artists and artwork within the state of Hawaii, and we are honored to be able to have this in our collection. From beautiful paintings to historical photographs, it's truly something to see. Connected to our family room is our keiki room, which actually features glass doors so that you can see your kids wherever they're at. We have this great space for all of the children to come and use our facility. And it's right here in this room that one of our most important symbols comes from. And it's the butterfly for our bereavement program, because we had two children whose mother was in our care, and they were 5 and 7, and she passed away. And they were distraught about it. And our spiritual counselors came in, talked with the kids, and she did this beautiful butterfly ceremony where she unfurled the caterpillar from the chrysalis, talking about the transformation that their mom has gone from being the caterpillar here in her human body to being a butterfly where her spirit is able to soar around the room. And when she unfurled that chrysalis and the butterfly stretched its wings, it flew around the room and it came and it landed on the little boy's cheek. And he brightened up and he just said, "That was my mom coming to give me a kiss goodbye." And that's where the butterfly symbol comes from for us. A lot of facilities will have a chapel, but because we're non-denominational, this is actually our meditation room, and we use it for a lot of family gatherings. We've had memorials here, celebrations of lives. We've actually even had a wedding here. One of our patient care assistants, her grandfather was in our care, and in the final moments of his life was actually her wedding day. And she wanted him to be a part of the event so badly that she canceled the church wedding and ended up getting married right here in this room. And what a wonderful day that was for her and her family. We also have this beautiful and intimate family counseling area where our families are able to meet with their social workers or their spiritual counselors while their loved ones are here at Pohemalama. And it was designed with such intention because no matter what room of the facility you're in, we didn't want it to overlook a parking lot or to overlook a facility base. So every single room overlooks beautiful gardens so that it feels like you're in a home environment. And this is one of our private suites. So we have a beautiful pull-out couch that your loved one is able to pull out and visit your friends and family while they're here. And we are a fully Medicare and Medicaid certified facility, so we have all the required hospital hookups for that. But to make it feel more like a home, we just hid them away inside of the closet with a little puka here in the bottom to run all of the cords that are necessary to provide those connections. And then we have a very comfortable bed that raises and lowers, and it does all the necessary bed movements for a hospital bed to just make sure that your loved one is as comfortable as possible while they're here at Pohemalama. And each suite here at Pohemalama has its very own private lanai as well. So whether you have one family member coming to visit or 150, we can make sure that we can accommodate everybody here. And the doors out here are wide enough that we can even roll the bed right outside so that our patients can come and enjoy the fresh breeze, the fresh air, and the warm sun hitting their skin. And it's really great because we also have used these large doors to bring in our non-human ohana. We actually had one gentleman who was a cattle rancher, and the last thing that he wanted to see was his horses. He loved his horses. So believe it or not, we brought them in too. And the great part here is that each room's lanai reaches right out to these beautiful grass areas where there's kids playing all summer. And oftentimes our patients are telling us how much they love to hear the sounds of the keiki playing and laughing and just having a great time. Thank you for joining me on this tour of Pohemalama, a Harry and Jeanette Weinberg Care Center. Remember, when you need us, we're here for you in our East Hawaii community. Thank you. Have a great day. Aloha.
Hi, my name is Willie. I'm a volunteer at Hawaii Care Choices, and I just wanted to do a song, a Christmas song for you right now. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones I used to know, where the tree tops glisten and children listen to hear sleigh bells in the snow. And I'm dreaming of a white Christmas. With every Christmas card I write, and may your days be merry and bright, and may all your Christmases be white.
You know, we may all be different in looks, in color, how we dress, but one thing I've learned, that we're all just as valuable in God's eyes, and we need to value each other the same way. So even though we're all different, we're still all the same. And I look at my daughter, you know, you see the three of us, we're different, but yet we're the same because we're a family set, and we reach out to each other and love each other, and that's what it's all about. So in the community, you may come across someone who appears different than you, but don't look down on them. Love them just the same, because they got the same heart that you do. So lead with love.
Aloha, I'm Kristen Thompson, the Social Services Coordinator for Hawaii Care Choices. During this season of hope, we wish you peace, comfort, and a sense of wonder for what the new year will bring. Perhaps it's your time for growth and change and action. Or maybe it's a time to show some grace to yourself, to your loved ones, or to your community. We can all be mindful that every one of us is navigating our own unique journey, but we are doing it side by side. We may be at different stages of life, experiencing different challenges and blessings, but we can choose to support and connect with this community to build resiliency and strength. Wishing you the happiest of holidays and a blessed new year. Aloha.
Lili As we look back over the past year and remember the first season of hope that started it all, stay tuned till the end for the heartwarming and uplifting burning of the stars ceremony, our chance to send our prayers, dreams, and hopes to the heavens and throughout the new year.
Pat and I and Heather, we've been doing our best to, in different ways, in giving back. And hospice does give back to the community and to all of our elderly, so, and making the families feel good. So I think it's a great organization.
The way that hospice has touched me specifically, I think, is a number of ways, but probably the first one being my Auntie Mabel, my grandma's sister. Like she, it's a process. Dying is a process, and hospice was just phenomenal. And after that, my partner's grandmother passed away at home. Both Auntie Mabel, my partner's grandmother, and just like, I just remember it's death, right? So it's a very close and sad and process. But hospice was there with just treated her with such dignity, and the whole family, you don't know what to do. Everyone's emotional and it's a mess and so many things to consider, and what do we do? And hospice was just there, and they were like, this is what you do. And after she died, they gave her a bath, and it was beautiful in a sense. So that was the second one. And then my grandmother most recently, which, same thing, just they provided everything for my grandma.
We support them because they provide something that really helps a lot of people. It helps the people that are left behind. It helps the families grieve. They've got the bereavement program for the kids. They just offer so much to help families heal and deal with a very difficult process.
For me, faith and hope to me is the same. And I've been a strong believer in faith. And if you do, then everything that you hope for, whether it happens or it doesn't, it's a feeling that either way, you did something. Even if it didn't accomplish what you wanted, it got somewhere. Got you to another point. So you have to look at it, okay, this is the direction, whatever that is. But to me, that's what it is. And God, I've had faith in a lot, and I hope everything that we've done previously will continue on. And I think, that's where my hope is, because whatever you lay on the foundation, whatever you think of, how you perceive everything, and you generally hope that it's going to be for the better, and so you persevere.
Having the ability to help others, the community has helped us get where we are, and you got to give back, otherwise what's the point? So we want to give to a good cause, and something that helps people that are struggling and dealing with things that we can't imagine is a great way to give back, and we can feel good about doing that.
When we first heard about hospice, and this is through Rotary, and it was back, like I said, I think it was 91, and I thought back, and I thought, my mom passed away, and if it was a sudden death, so she didn't get to enjoy the things that hospice could offer her at the time. But and this is why I get, in the hope that she can see what we're doing and how we miss her.
She can. I mean, I give in a much smaller scale. I give what I can, but the reason that I do is because of how it's affected, my own family, and I watch and learn how they give to the community. And I think, I'm a public school teacher, so that's how I try to give hope to my students who are some of them are in situations that are tough. So I try to give back to the community in that way. But I learned from the best.
Aloha, I'm Keith Greer, Development Manager with Hawaii Care Choices. Since I was a kid, the holidays have been my favorite time of the year. I remember living in Lahaina and going to the big fancy resorts, seeing them all decked out for Christmas. As a 4-year-old, the white cotton batting wrapped around the base of the trees and decorating the lobby was just as real to me as the fresh blanket of snow we get atop Mauna Kea this time of year. The holidays are a time of traditions, bringing the ohana together, believing in the impossible, and watching magic happen. Your participation tonight in the Burning of the Stars Ceremony of Hope shows me that you too carry that same faith, that just because we can't see something with our eyes doesn't mean it's not real. We can't see love, but when it's present, it fills us and we can feel it with every fiber of our being. And when we feel it, we know that real magic is near. There are families in our community tonight that need to be surrounded by that kind of love because they're going through one of the hardest times of their lives. When a loved one is struggling with a serious illness, the family goes into a crisis unlike any other. You wonder, who will care for them while I'm working? You watch their health decline as your stress keeps mounting. You feel like the world is crumbling around you. That's why we are proud to partner with organizations like Aiona Car Sales and our other sponsors of the Season of Hope. Will you join them right now in making a gift to embrace these families with an outstanding medical team, dedicated social workers, magical volunteers, and spiritual and bereavement counselors to help them navigate their way through this unique crisis? If you can make a gift, you can make a difference. Grab your smartphone and use the camera to scan the QR code at the bottom of your screen or visit hawaiicarechoices.org/givehope to make a difference for East Hawaii families this holiday. Mahalo.
Okay, this next song I want to dedicate to my mom. All through my time when she was living, she always asked me to play this song for her. So that's why I do it. And Hawaii Care Choices, so awesome. The staff and everyone took care of her. And not even only for my mom, but for all the patients that I see them care for, always with love and compassion. So that's why I'm giving back to that facility because of what they do, what they did for my mom and all the other patients in there. That's all I'm doing, just giving back.
For all I've been blessed with in my life, there was an emptiness in me. I was imprisoned by the power of gold. With one kind touch you set me free. Let the world stop turning, let the sun stop burning. Let them tell me love's not worth going through. And if it all falls apart, I would know deep in my heart the only dream that mattered had come true. In this life I was loved by you. For every mountain every raging river crossed. You were the treasure that I long to find. Without your love I would be lost. Let the world stop turning, let the sun stop burning. Let them tell me love's not worth going through. And if it all falls apart, I would know deep in my heart the only dream that mattered had come true. In this life I was loved by you. I know that I won't live forever, but forever I'll be loving you. Let the world stop turning, let the sun stop burning. Let them tell me love's not worth going through. And if it all falls apart, I would know deep in my heart the only dream that mattered had come true. In this life I was loved by you. In this life I was loved by you.
Aloha! My name is Brian Welsh and I am a spiritual counselor at Hawaii Care Choices in Hilo. It is an honor to share a message of hope to encourage you during our special Seasons of Hope event. With all the struggles and problems of our world today, we can certainly use all the hope we can get. So let me start with a story. A man was out exploring in the Puna forest one day when suddenly he fell through the skylight of a large lava tube that had been overgrown by ferns. But other than a few scrapes, he wasn't injured, and soon realized, though, that he was about 50 feet underground. It was totally dark, and all he saw was a faint light coming from the skylight up above. He was stuck. There was no way to climb back up, and he soon realized that unless he wanted to wander lost in the dark, his best hope was to stay by the light and call for help. His hope was rewarded hours later when a hunter heard his faint calls and discovered the skylight, and a rescue was soon successful. So what do we learn from this story? Well, we learned several things. First, we learn, don't focus on the dark. This point encourages us to not put our focus on all the negative things that we hear about, maybe in our community and even the world. So, where should we focus? The second point is simply, focus on the light. Just like our forest explorer needed to stay near the skylight, we need to pay attention to the positive things that encourage and build faith in our lives. Things like loving our ohana, serving others, participating in a faith community, or volunteering with caring organizations like ours at Hawaii Care Choices and many others, which can then bring healing and hope to our hearts. You might ask, how can I focus on the light when there's so much darkness around me? Well, the answer to that is my last point of look up. The skylight in the lava tube was not at eye level or below, but it was high above and required an intentional shift of perspective. Well, we may not all share the same faith, but I can attest to the power of looking to God to carry us through tough times. And so, my strong, resilient friends of Hilo, remember this encouragement. Don't focus on the dark, focus on the light, and keep looking up.
Kawa awa me ka ve ono hiwa
hama kalava ulu vehi vehi hoku ma lama lama na li ano na kakao.
Willie Wan left us on March 21st. Thank you for your time with us.
Continued good health for me and my friends and family.
Brian Takeo Asato, always in our hearts. Love Auntie Christy, Ken, Jason, Cami, Ashley, Lisa, Sam, and Ryder.
Jean Ishizu left us on October 8th.
To stay safe, joy with friends, comfort, and joy for Suki. Shizuko Maero, your patience and kindness was unmatched.
Sammy Goya, I miss your laughter, cheer, and endless positivity. Love you, Grandma. George Goya, I always remember your words that no one ever died of hard work. Love you, Grandpa.
Isamu Fukui left us on August 20th. Ginger Lueck left us on September 22nd.
Donna Liu left us on September 2nd. In memory of our mother and grandmother, Estepania Alejandro.
Grandma Iva, I love and miss you so much. I remember when I always called or visited, you would always greet me with an "Oh hi honey" with a big smile, and I loved that. You always tried to take me to the gun shows with you, but mostly for the beef jerky. You are always and forever in my heart.
I think about you all the time and loved you every minute of every day because you were the best father and an amazing man. Love you. Ira, we think about you often and will always remember your smile and easygoing nature. I trust that you are at peace and having an amazing time with your mom and dad. Love, Darren. George and Janet Mukai, Okage Samade.
Mom, Sammy Goya, planner, traveler, loved to dance. Great mango too. Shizukyo Maero, your kind and calm ways always impress me. Don't get mad, accept what there is. Be your best. Dear Granny, now that a whole year has passed, I have time to process and reflect on our time together, the times we played volleyball or basketball after school, or our many summers and winter adventures we'd go on. Thank you is all I can say. Thanks to you and Grandpa for the home we now live in and for teaching me to be kind and empathetic. I am so proud of the person you have helped me to become. I will always love you, and you will always live forever in my memories. Love, Sweetie.
Shinichi Tanaka, I miss you, Dad. Your wit, wisdom, and guidance were always so special. Love you lots. For Mom, Emmy Goya, we missed her laughter and steadfastness. Family was so important. She organized our Christmas gatherings and would honor all those members who passed. Loved, the Goya family.
For my grandma, Haruka Higa, she loved to sing and dance Okinawan songs. She is missed. She was tough, worked really hard, and played hard too. Miss you, Grandma.
And I will raise thee up on eagle's wings, bear you on the breath of days, make you shine like the sun, and hold you in the palm of his hand.